Hello world, this is going to be my final episode of Corona Days, and it's going to be a boring one. It's going to be one I didn't want to make. That's why I've had so long since the last one, because I really don't feel good about anything. I feel like there's enough bad news out there in the world that I didn't want to be somebody presenting it, but I felt like because I'm creating these for posterity, I had to be truthful to what was going on and how I feel. So this is the final one, which could be the I don't care, it doesn't really matter, total apathy type episode, but I will update everybody on what's happened. So it's been 3 weeks since we went into sort of lockdown, stay at home phase. Nobody could come to my business because it's considered non-essential. It's a tourism industry, tour company business, and that's definitely not essential. But it is how we've made our living our entire life, and we employ people. It's a small business, but in our peak seasons, we employ up to 50 people amongst our businesses, and we were always really proud of that. And now at the end of this 21 days, I don't really see a lot of hope and insight. I feel like if the tourism industry does come back in Florida, it'll be very slow to start. And even though we try to be financially responsible and have that like buffer funds, because we're used to having that for hurricane season, you know, where we have to close and maybe give a lot of refunds, I see it going very quickly. So yeah, I don't feel really very hopeful about that. And it's really taking a toll. It's getting very depressing. I'm usually the type of person that's a very go-getter, full of optimism and that type of thing. I don't think I could be an entrepreneur if I wasn't a very optimistic person. And that's what I've been my whole life as an entrepreneur. But this whole situation has made me feel helpless and hopeless, and it's kind of sad. It's taken a toll on my family. I know that finally, after all this time, my husband did move out and move to another house, which he tried today. So let's see how long that'll last. But I mean, speaking of apathy, I kind of don't care. I mean, whatever, everybody's just bored, and he can go be bored there and, you know, drink the day away as easily as he can do it here, or any of us. I mean, that's just what everybody's kind of doing right now. But it wasn't fun. Maybe he'll have more fun over there. So good for him. But me, I don't know how this is gonna end up. I don't know if I'm even eligible for a stimulus check. I didn't get one. And I tried to do the CARES Act loan for my business, and that isn't coming through. I can't get any information. I try to call the bank and I just leave messages. The ceiling fell in on my kitchen. If you ever noticed the videos that we have of the kitchen, there was always a pole in the middle, and that was actually holding up the ceiling because randomly, it's kind of an older house, but apparently based on the insurance inspection, the ceiling was never quite created the right way. So one day it just buckled and started falling in, and so after the inspector came, he sent a note to the insurance company, and they denied the claim, saying it was faulty installation and not covered under the policy. And I just shake my head and go, geez, I pay thousands of dollars every year to have insurance in case something happens. But when something does happen, I get nothing. I'm still told I have to pay thousands of dollars. And if the house is damaged, then they're going to drop me off of the insurance. And I can't, you know, have a mortgage without having insurance. And it's kind of a big mess. So yeah, I'm feeling really not very good about the outlook of life right now. I feel very resentful of not people who work in hospitals that have those types of jobs. I'm grateful for them, but people who are sitting at home going, oh, just stay at home. We don't want, you know, the government to reopen anything. But they're collecting their paychecks, you know, so they're having kind of a stay-at-home vacation, and they're not worried where the money is coming from. I feel resentful of that. I feel resentful when I see stars posting on Instagram and they're like, oh, this is us in isolation. I'm, you know, Gwyneth Paltrow, and this is me. I took time to cook things with my kids. I don't give a crap, really. Like, I just feel resentful of that. And I know I don't have it like as bad off as some people do. But I think that doesn't matter. I don't think that makes people feel any different right now when you're like, oh, you're much better off than some people. It just doesn't make a difference when you're looking down, you know, the next 30 days of, well, if I don't get that loan, I can't bring my employees back. And if I can't bring my employees back, you know, and I can't restart this, then what do I do? I've worked for myself for a long time, and, you know, jobs in my, you know, that I could probably do, that I'm qualified for at my level, are probably scarce. So yeah, I don't know. But this is the final Corona Days episode, and I won't belabor the point. I stopped doing this because I'm just bored with it. I have nothing more to say. I wanted to see how this would turn out, and after 3 weeks, this is how it turned out for me, and I hope it gets better. You know, I don't know, but not knowing is very hard. So that's all I have to say. Good luck, world. Hope it turns out great for many of you. And I'm just going to try to keep surviving.